Hey, what's up everyone? Pling here, and today we are diving into a character guide for Lidia Sobieska. I've been grinding tournaments for a while now in Tekken 8, and I've gotten some pretty big tournament wins with this champ. A little bit about myself. I've been competing in Tekken for a few years now. I've won many tournaments, and I've been fortunate enough to compete on one of the biggest stages and making it to the TWT finals multiple times in my career. Even though I am a Link Xiaoyu specialist, I do have a good understanding of how to pilot Lidia in this game. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to DashFight and check out their website for everything FGC. And let's get into it. Now for some of Lidia's key moves, I would say is jab. Jab's really strong because it lets her control the space, and it also has extensions. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, or just 1 to keep your plus frames. She also has down forward 1, nice mid check. If you're checking them enough with down forward 1 and you think they're gonna press, she has an extension, down forward 1, 3, for a counter hit launch. Be careful because down forward 1, 3 is unsafe at -13. We also have a 4, 4, 2, one of her best moves at mid range. Leaves her in a stance mix up, which your opponent has to respect or challenge. She can also just do 4-4-2 by itself, which unlocks another level of mind games for when the next time you go for it. We have back 4. Back 4 is one of her important moves because Lidia is a very linear character, so you want to make sure you're keeping them in check from stepping with back 4. On counter hit, it gives you a guaranteed follow-up, so make sure to practice this. It is a high, so you have to be careful with them step ducking you. She also has down forward 3+4 for a tracking move. This is strong. The downside is it's kind of slow. She also has down back 3. Down back 3 is a strong tracking option. Be careful because you can be launched for this. It says -11, but they can just like hop kick you out of it. We also have 4-4-3. 4-4-3 is a strong option to catch them whiffing, or if you block like a stagger low. She has some pretty okay lows. She has down 2. Down 2 is really strong because it can high crush, and on counter hit gives you a free full crush down forward 2. She also has down back 4. This low is 0 on hit, so you guys can challenge each other there, and it also unlocks another mind game. She has down 3, 1, 2. This is all guaranteed on counter hit, but they can easily duck the next 2 hits if it isn't counter hit, so you have to be careful with that. And that would be it for some of her key moves. Now we're going to talk about Lidia's punishment. For 10 frames, she has 1, 2, 2. This is strong because it leaves you in a stance mix-up, and from there you can just mix up your opponent and go gambling. She also has 1, 4. Solid tool if you're not confident in your stance mix-up, I guess. For 11, she has 2, 2. 2, 2 is strong because it does wall splat, and then you can follow that up with a tornado. She also has 2, 4. For 12 frames, she has forward 2, 4. Forward 2, 4 is strong because it has really good range. So if you see them whiffing, or if you punish something long enough, you can forward 2, 4. It also wall splats. And again, you can follow that up. For 13, she has back 2, 3. For 14 frames, she has Political Storm. Really strong punish because it does leave you in heat, and that's where Lidia really excels. For 15, she has 3, 2. It also has a just frame version if you time the second hit. Regular does 19, and just frame does 21. And then she also has hop kick for 15. So up 4, 4. And you get a nice combo there. For her crouching punishment, she has down 1. This is 10 frame. good for punishing lows like Heihachi's double hell sweep. For 11, she has wall rising 4-2. Also strong because it leaves you in a stance mix-up. For 12 frame, she has full crouch down 4-2. Really strong because it gives you heat and it also wall splats. So be on the lookout near the wall. For 13, she has wall rising 1-4. Really strong wall rising punishment. She also has wall rising 1-2 if you want to do like a stance mix up. And then for 14, she has wall rising 3. Really solid. You get a mini combo with forward 1+2. For 15, she has wall rising 2. Also get a mini combo. And yeah, that's it for punishment. And then for whiff punishers, she has some solid tools like Political Storm. This is a great move for punishing fat whiffs. I also like to use back 3. Back 3 4 1+2 or forward 1+2. This is a great whiff punish tool because all 3 hits are guaranteed. The trick to get the just frame is to press back 3, down 4, and forward 1+2, and the just frame comes out every time. And then she also has 3-2. Really solid whiff punishing tools. So now we're going to talk about Lidia's 4-4-2 options. She has 4-4-2, which leaves her in horse stance. From the stance, you have options to do 2. This catches them if they're ducking or if they're stepping to the left. She has 3 to catch them sidestepping. She has 4 for more plus frames. She has 1 for a homing option. And she has 1+2 as a low. The low is launch punishable, so you have to be a little bit careful with that. To use the 1+2 option, it's mainly if you think they're going to retaliate with a jab. Like that, and it gives you a mini combo. Now a lot of times some people will start to down jab you once you're starting your 4-4-2 pressure, and to beat that you have horse 3. Horse 3 jumps over and then you get a mini combo. Lidia's horse 1 is actually a armor move, so if you read that they're going to attack you, you can armor through their attack, and then that leaves you and Stalking Wolf for another mix-up. Down jab beats a lot of options, so it's a really popular choice for them. So you have to be careful. And that's just like a basic rundown of her 4-4-2 pressure. Lidia gets access to a new stance called Heaven and Earth, and she can only get this while in heat. To get this, you just tap up after any stance transition. So like I mentioned, you have to be in heat, and after any stance transition, you can access Heaven and Earth. While in the stance, she gets access to 3 moves. Heaven and Earth 1, which is a natural launcher. Heaven and Earth 1+2, which is a unblockable high. And Heaven and Earth 2, which is a safe mid and it wall splats. And the more Heaven and Earth stacks you get, the more empowered it is. So Heaven and Earth 1 does more damage. Heaven and Earth 2 increases the pushback, so you could potentially wall splat from really far away. This is with 3 stacks of Heaven and Earth. And it does a giant wall splat, which you can follow up with. And with 3 stacks, your Heaven and Earth 1+2 gets empowered damage. When Lydia's going into Heaven and Earth, there's actually a parry window. So when you're doing this parry, it actually refreshes some of your heat, and you get another Heaven and Earth mix-up attempt. So with how strong Lidia is in Heaven and Earth and her stack mechanic, if you're not popping heat every round, or at least getting a stack around, you're kind of trolling. I recommend everyone mess around with this and try and find the optimal way to get into your heaven and earth stance. So now we are going to go over some of Lydia's heat engagers. So for starters, she has Political Storm, which is forward 1+2, 3, 1+2. This is a really strong tool because it is her 14 frame punish, and it is also really strong for whiff punishes. Leaves you in heat for a nice mix-up. Next we have back 1. Back 1 is really good because it's a pretty fast, safe mid, and you can fish around for it. And on block it is +2. So this is a really strong tool to continue your turn. She also has full crouch down forward 2. Really strong heat engage because if you happen to block something -12 and you're trying to get some great life back, this is what you're looking for. Next, Lidia has Cat 3. Really strong because she can get this off of a counter hit down forward 2. And that is guaranteed. Next, she has Horse 2. Really strong because this gives you a stack of heaven and earth. So counter hit 442 gives you a free Horse 2, which gives you the heat engage and also a stack. So be sure to practice your hit confirms on that. And that's it for her heat engage. So playing Lidia defensively, it's a little bit tricky just because she doesn't really have evasive moves. She has hop kick, which is, I think, a really good panic move just because it just quick get off me tool. And she also has like some strong counter hit tools like down 3-1-2 or down back 3. This is a really strong move to make your opponent second guess their pressure. She does have some parries and sabakis, which then leads to follow-ups. That's her up 1 sabaki. And then she also has a punch parry. And that's about it. She has, you know, the odd power crush or keeper's power crush, but as far as like evasive moves and defensive moves, you just kind of have to play solid and find your opening. Okay, now we're gonna go over combos. For the most part, her combos are really simple. She doesn't get too many like different variations, but yeah, we'll just start here. Alright, that will be it for my Lidia Sobieska guide. I try to keep it short, sweet, and simple for you guys. There will also be a text version in the description, so be sure to check that out. If you like this video, please leave a like or comment below with your thoughts, and thank you for watching.